Hey guys, welcome to today's next level session. We're streaming over to YouTube. The replays can be found at insiderealestate.com/webinars. Shortly after when we stream, it's pretty much instantly available. If you are watching on YouTube, please like the YouTube video and subscribe to the channel, and tell everybody you know that the people who subscribe to the Inside Real Estate YouTube channel, it's a proven fact, make about 60, 70 times as much in GCI than people who don't. It's actually not a proven fact, but you can tell them that if you want. All right, so we do these Q&As and next level content 4 times a week, Monday through Thursday at the same hour. You can find our calendar link at the top right of your kvCORE account where it says View Training Calendar, and you'll find these sessions alongside our daily quick starts and our marketplace overviews and others. So housekeeping out of the way, I just have something small today and we can jump into Q&A. We might make this a short session. Just got a busy schedule the rest of the day, as I'm sure you guys do too. So I'll just I'll show off the thing that I have, and then you guys can start dropping questions in the chat. So what I have is something that was made by request by Patricia. I don't know if she's here today. Are you there, Patricia? Let me see. But she asked if there was a working example of Video Ask, which is a tool we've talked about a little bit on a kvCORE site. Hey, so here we go. As promised, I made up a working demo. You can see it on my site right here at ryanhartman.foreverfloridarealestate.com. And one thing that I realized about it as I was creating the demo today, I didn't realize that it actually put a preview thumbnail of you in the first few seconds of the video. So that's kind of cool, isn't it? Because it's moving. I can see people really clicking on that. And then the functionality is that when you click on it, all right, so I'll pause myself from talking. You can basically record your video, do whatever you want, and then you can tell people to take action. And within Video Ask, you can kind of make buttons and a tree of responses. So what I did was I told people to click to my Get Deals Links page, which we've talked about a bunch. Oh, I didn't realize I have a setting off. I didn't want it to do this. I didn't test that part. What I wanted that to do was to go straight over to this landing page. So I just need to tweak that setting so it goes straight here, and then I would collect the contact info here, and the lead would go into kvCORE. And then the other option I had, I put a quick link to chat with me on Facebook. All right, there I am playing. I got to stop myself from playing before I click the button. And then chat with me on Facebook. I wanted to take them over to the Facebook Messenger page, and then check your property's value should take them over to the sell page. So yeah, this is a cool tool. It's an extra expense, of course. It's outside of kvCORE, but with kvCORE, you can overlay and embed third-party scripts like this. This is just one example. You could use hellobar.com. You can put ManyChat on the site. We actually have a ManyChat-based Facebook Messenger service available in the marketplace. It's a core messenger bot service. It does kind of enhances ManyChat and messenger bots and makes it specifically integrated to kvCORE. Hello Bar, there's lots of these things out there. And just know that the way that I got this integrated was I went to the Web and IDX here, and I went to website settings, and you would drop the script for your third-party tools right where you drop your other scripts. So you have a custom header box, custom body, and a custom footer. And then my Video Ask instructions told me to put it in the body. So at Video Ask, it told me to do that. So Will's asking, can we use Mobile Monkey? Is Mobile Monkey a messenger bot? It sounds vaguely familiar. Yeah. I remember this one. Yeah, there's no reason why you wouldn't be able to use this other than if Mobile Monkey doesn't give you a script to install on your website. But I'm pretty sure due to the nature of what they do, that they probably give you a script. So you would take the script from Mobile Monkey and you would embed that, just like I showed you, in either the body, the footer, or the header. So yeah, you can any third-party scripts, just keep that in mind, you can overlay over kvCORE. The only thing I'd caution is don't put too many. Don't go crazy, because you don't want to hurt the user experience, right? So maybe something like this. I really think that this is pretty tasteful. The little pop-up in the bottom left. Video Ask actually gave me the option whether I wanted it on the left or the right, just for what it's worth. It probably isn't too disruptive on mobile. So here I drag my browser skinny, still looks okay. Like that. So yeah, at the Video Ask side of things, log back in here. you do get a fair amount of data. So some of these, any platform that's good like this will probably show you how many people are signing in. They'll show you the responses, what's getting clicked, what isn't, and things like that. I just need to fix that thing where it's asking for the contact info, which I guess I can worry about later, not make you guys watch me figure that out. But I thought I had turned it off. I'll figure that out later. But yeah, this is pretty robust. There's a lot you can do. Here we go. Turn off. Done. And then once you're done in Video Ask, you can click on the settings. So I'm sorry, you go to the build up top here, and then there's this little kind of icon where it says share and embed. And this is where I got my code. See the embed code right here? You get a direct link to it. So this is what I put inside of my kvCORE site in that script. So any third-party platform you're using, generally they're going to have some kind of embed or widget or something that you can use. Okay, so, and excuse me, I did actually use the widget. That's what gave me this. So you see how it's changing? It's real small now. Yeah, so the embed, this is the script. Yeah, the embed option. So you're just getting the code. Now all these platforms give you this, some way to do this. I like that one. And then you can move from left to right. Cool. So Will, I was just showing, you came in 2 minutes late. I was just showing off the Video Ask because there was a request yesterday to show a working example. So you guys can check that out on my website if you want. But the big takeaway here is that you do have the ability with kvCORE to embed scripts for third-party stuff and overlay it on your website. And there's lots of tools out there. HelloBar is probably one of the most popular. ManyChat, MobileMonkey, Video Ask. There's one called poptin.net. A lot of these things do the same stuff. Poptin.com. Yeah, Poptin. You put little pop-ups, collect email subscribers, embed forms, things like that on your site. I do think HelloBar does this too. So you could take and put a floating opt-in page, kind of like a light box or an exit pop. And then what you would do in this case, if you have third-party scripts that collect data, then you would go to Zapier and you would say, hey, any data that this third-party solution collects, I want you to inject it in the kvCORE, and you would build a Zap for that. So let's just say I was collecting data on Video Ask. I would type Video Ask in as my source app, and then I would take any data from Video Ask and inject it into kvCORE. So that's what I had for today, guys. Just a little note about embeds and scripts, and definitely play around with Video Ask. I really like the product itself. We use it at thanks.io for our internal marketing at thanks.io. I haven't used it in a real estate environment yet, but I will leave this on my site, and let's see if it generates any further interaction. I can only assume that it will, because if somebody was coming to my site yesterday and it didn't have a video of me talking there automatically in the bottom left, there's probably less people who are going to end up clicking over to my calls to actions than if I do have this. So click that, and now it's working correctly, right? Because I turned off that collect data, and it takes them to my page. Cool. So anybody have anything else that you want to explore kvCORE related today? Did everybody share from yesterday? Did anybody share on their socials that video of George Gammon or any other current events and real estate news? Definitely a cool thing to do. I'll just keep talking. I want to mention I saw Andrew Robinson, who we've had on to talk about LinkedIn in the past. He had a pretty cool post yesterday that I commented on. Oh, let's see. He was standing outside a lot where they were about to build a new construction project. I thought it was a really good. Here it is. I thought this was just a really good example. I'll drop in a chat of just kind of like raw social content in his market, standing outside where they're going to build something with a quick little 1-minute video. pretty cool. So Celeste is asking, what video are you talking about? Oh, from yesterday. Sorry. Yes, I should probably, when I mentioned something yesterday, I shouldn't assume that everybody was here. Sorry about that. Yeah, there was a video from George Gammon where he talked about rising interest rates. We covered this yesterday and how it could affect the housing market. So here it is on my post. So here's the video. I'll just drop it in the chat to you guys. And I was saying that using third-party content like this is a good strategy that eliminates the need for you to create your own content. You can basically curate some really good work that somebody else did and use it to create interest in selling a house, or buying or selling. I didn't get a ton of engagement on this, probably because I linked out to a YouTube video, as Letitia was saying yesterday. The algorithm didn't love me on this one, but there it is. So that's that. This is these solar people keep bugging me. Is everybody else getting bothered by solar reps? They want you to join their team and sell solar. Now they're posting on my wall. I'm kidding around. I'm sure other real estate agents are being hit up by the solar crew. It's not a bad idea, and it kind of opens up another topic that we should do on Next Level. I don't know if we've done it in a while. The idea that your real estate business, because you're talking to homeowners all day and you're in the local market, there are ways to add additional streams of income to it. If you're strategic about it, there's no reason if I become a solar rep for Power or one of these companies that's going around, that I couldn't have maybe an overlay on my website tying this all together, right? This video right here could be about, hey, if you need solar, ask me about that. Or I could make one of these buttons, get solar. I'm not sure that there's anything licensure wise. I would talk to your broker about this, but anything that really prohibits you from hawking your other business interests. Yeah. So Will is saying, just check the Gammon video that was on LinkedIn. You got 4 leads from it, like actual leads or people talking to you. What? Can you drop a link to your LinkedIn profile? I want to see how you posted it. Did you mean you just got comments and people were like, yeah? Did you say comment below and they responded? Do tell. But that's great. Are you pretty heavy on LinkedIn, Will? Because I'm not super active there. I generally don't get a little bit of engagement. Oh, so your leads are on the kvCORE dashboard. Did you link to something from the Gammon video? Oh, share what you did. But that's very cool. Or did you email your whole list that video and maybe you got some responses? Yeah, we'd all be curious to hear how that went down for you. Oh, okay. Very cool. So what Will did was he posted, if you don't mind dropping a link to your LinkedIn so I can show everybody, that'd be awesome. But if you're shy, and then everybody can follow you too if you want. But what Will did was he put the link to his sell page. So we all have our sell page on our kvCORE website. He put that with the post, which makes total sense. So he just, posted that video. Hey, you should check this out. If you're thinking about selling, click here. So I actually didn't do that, did I? I just linked out to YouTube, but I could have easily said, yeah, all I did was, and if you decide you want to sell, let me know. That's kind of weak. I could have said, and if you're curious about the value of your house, click here. Something like that. But again, as we mentioned yesterday, every day there's content related to the real estate market being posted to YouTube that you can share. Just be careful you don't share like competitors video, but there's a lot of neutral people who are posting every day. So if I just look for today, so you take the time to watch it, and then you email and you're like, hey, this guy's saying the housing market's unhealthy. If you agree or you don't agree, let me know. Cool. So we'll drop the link. He does his wife's social media. Very cool. Here's that post. Awesome. And then he linked to it. Awesome. There. So where'd you link to the sell page? Was that some other way? But either way, yeah, I like the way you did this. You put a screenshot of the video itself instead of, and then you linked out to it with the LinkedIn here with some tagging. Are you guys pretty active on LinkedIn to begin with? Yeah, right. Oh, right. Yeah, LinkedIn changes it to a LinkedIn link, right? But cool. Yep. So this is something we can all do almost every day. You know, something I wouldn't do it every day, but put it in your mix of what you're posting and what you're emailing out. So you could build a quick calendar for yourself. So along with social posting calendar, Monday, property of the week, Tuesday, property list of the day, Wednesday, YouTube video, Thursday, property list of the day. You can repeat. If you were going to do it every day, Friday, recent sales in market. So you can put a list of what's sold and how much. So you could build a nice little social media strategy just like this without too much work, and just make sure you do it once a day. Will, do you guys, do you actually message out on LinkedIn? Yeah. One of the leads is a high school classmate who lives in California, but they're in Connecticut. That's cool. So yeah, pick a channel like LinkedIn and go for it. LinkedIn's probably a spot where not a lot of your competitors are, and you can search for people in your local market. I haven't done this in a while. And I don't know if I need a paid account to do so. Forget. But you can look for people who are in, definitely geographically. You might have to find leads here. Oh, I'm on the business plan. Whoops. All right. How do I use it? There's another thing I'm paying for that I didn't realize I was paying for. Uh-oh. Time to cancel, all right? Access my premium. Start a search. So on premium with LinkedIn, you can look for people, and then I can look in my MSA, my area, and start to follow and connect. And then when somebody replies, I can say, hey, thanks for connecting. Any chance you're looking for an investment property? That's the way I would do it, go that route. So Celeste says, is there a good video to learn how to create a landing page on our kvCORE website so we can post a link like this? So we've done pretty in-depth tutorials on landing pages. And I didn't do one too long ago. I'll give you the most recent landing page deep dive webinar that we did. Here was a Let's Build Some Landing Pages webinar that I'll share. And here's one from 2 months ago. That should get you going, Celeste. But there's not much to it. You can either build a landing page from scratch, or you can just go into the squeeze section under lead engine, build squeeze page, and you can build a list for any type of property. If you want to generate seller leads and you want to drive people to your sell page, that's already pre-built. That's on your website. So you just go up to where it says sell, and you can copy that link. I do believe we have a much better experience, optimized experience of this page coming soon. So that'll be good. Kind of a big update coming. Oh, it doesn't let you copy them. So let's click them. And then when you click them, they'll open up in your browser. And then you can copy them out of your browser. And then, yeah, to get your sell page, you just go to the selling up here and you copy that. But yeah, Zoom doesn't let you copy the links. I don't know why they do that. Strange. But if you click it, it'll be on your machine. You can do it. Cool. So what else, guys? Yeah, I didn't have much else today. If there's, I don't want to force it. If there's not a lot of Q&A, we can call it a day early. You know, everybody's busy. Let me just see. You need the remedial class. Yeah, so we generally go next level and kind of hodgepodge and Q&A on these. It's the quick starts that we do at 1 p.m. Eastern, Monday through Thursday, is a really good place to go. If you haven't done our quick start course yet and those webinars, that's a really good way to kind of brush up and get the basics around kvCORE. You can come into the courses page here, click on the quick start. So it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern. So you can find that calendar at the top right of your kvCORE dashboard right here. It says live. And then all the Zoom links are available. You just go to your time zone. And then you'll find the Zoom links at the set times. Yeah, but I definitely plug into that quick start, you know, part 1, part 2 point. So it's like a rolling boot camp every week, Monday through Thursday, and do the course for sure. Yep. And then some of this craziness that I talk about won't be so foreign, because we do go a little off the beaten path on these sessions. And I don't want to distract people who are just getting to learn kvCORE, you know. So apologies to anybody who that happens to when you jump on these sessions. But when you're ready and you got the basics of kvCORE down, we do a lot of content here just to kind of how do I use this thing, right? And come up with some ideas and best practices. Thanks, Celeste. It's partly high level stuff. It's partly just I've been around this product for like 7 years now. So, any info on this Thursday Smart Social Leads session? No info at all. I don't know anything other than expect it to be a little bit of a commercial. Dennis. Well, you know, it's a demo of the product, and of course, we'd like for people to use that product. One of the reasons I'm a big fan of it is because I know that it'll generate leads similar to Property Boost at a good, healthy clip, and we know that if people are getting a consistent flow of leads into kvCORE, that's the biggest indicator of success. So if you can figure out at least one lead source that gives you like a lead a day, you know, a lead or two, 10, 5, 20, you know, however many you can afford or handle. But if you're getting consistency, that's where the success comes from. A lot of people will just try one lead source, try it for like a week and then give up, and then, oh, the system doesn't work. But you got to fuel this thing. And then once you fuel it, then you get good stuff starting to happen. You know, you can see people viewing properties, you get responses to the behavioral automations, all this other stuff. So not much there, Dennis. So if you need a lead a day, just do Property Boost or borrow other people's listings, or you can get a lead a day probably just going into your Facebook friends and asking permission to send people $1 million homes. So watch like this. I'll go to friends. A lot of my friends are other real estate people, so something gets weird if I reach out. You know, look for somebody. Hey, what's up? I've got a new system for my real estate business. Would you mind if I set you up to receive a weekly list of $1 million plus homes in Tampa? So something like that. You know, I know Ben pretty well, but you know, just do it kind of like that. If it's somebody who you haven't talked to in a long time, get into conversation, but ask permission. It's fun stuff. You know, ask permission to send updates. And then when they say yes, sure, no problem, then you can add them manually to kvCORE. And you could get one a day. Celeste, you should be able to see my screen. I think everybody else can. So you see a guy with a red cap. That is me. That's my Zoom picture. Can everybody else see my screen? The red hat guy should be gone. Now you should see me with a backwards white hat. But you should see my screen. So maybe it's behind Celeste. Sorry about that. Thanks. Oh, I'm glad everybody can see my screen, because that would have been 20 minutes of you just staring at some dude in a red hat. I got in trouble for that red hat. So like a year ago. At the exact time that the January 6th stuff was happening, I was doing one of these webinars for something, wearing that hat. Somebody got very upset that I was wearing that red hat. Just put it that way. And I won't comment on which way my politics lean, but it's like, that is not why I was wearing that hat. That was funny. So sorry, Celeste. Maybe the Zoom window is hidden or something. Weird. Here, let me try this for you. Let me stop sharing, and then we'll share again. I'll hit share screen. So it just sounds like some Zoom weirdness. I've been showing stuff on my screen this whole time. Did that work? Oh, wow. Sorry. Well, that must just be some weird Zoom weirdness. Oh, well. But what I was showing was that I was on Facebook and I was going into a friend's profile and I was just sending a message. So, you know, I found, so I went into my friends list. I went over here into Ben. Can't go into one of my brothers because who knows what the heck he chatted to me. Here we go. And I was just what I said before, you know, hi, playing with, you know, I've got this new real estate system. Hi, would you mind? You could even do this. Would you mind if I sent you a weekly list of $1 million homes in Tampa? It's just something my real estate coach or whatever recommended I do. You could be that honest and blunt about it, you know, have a little fun with it. But and that's something you could do to generate a lead a day. That's the point I'm trying to make. I just completely did something on my keyboard. Here we go. That made that full screen. Now I figured out how to get rid of it. There we go. Okay. So that a lead. So the point, a lead a day is as simple as hitting your sphere, possibly. I think a lot of old school people, and this could work too, would say just go shopping. And every time you pay for something, hand them your business card, right? That would be a really old school way to do things, but you'd be surprised what you get into. If you're that kind of personality, you don't mind talking to people, a lead a day is no problem. Because you would just say, hey, oh, by the way, here's my real estate business card. Do you know anybody who might want to buy or sell someday? And you're like, yeah, me. I want to buy a house, but I can't afford it because everything's 5 times, you know, as expensive as it was a year ago. You go, oh, haha, no problem. Why don't I do this? Can I set you up to receive a list of starter homes and, you know, homes priced for entry-level buyers, starter homes, automatically once a week? Would that be okay? And when they say yes, you get the email and then you've got a lead. So there's lots of ways to skin that cat. I think we did a session like that a good ways back at this point. Let me find that session. Free. I think we did like free ways to generate leads 8 months ago. There we go. I think that was a good session. But we probably talked about social, you know, bugging our friends on social and, you know, handing our cards out. Really just mining the people you already know and asking permission to set them up for updates is a really good way to get started. You know, all of our relatives are people who are the most close to us. Even if I ask my aunt who lives in Port St. Lucie all the way across the state, you know, 3 hours away, hey, would it be okay if I set you up for, you know, $1 million homes in St. Pete? You know, you'll never know when you hit the lottery. You know, I could have fun with it. The interesting thing about that is that that aunt has sent me referrals in this market, right? So you're just reminding people that you're in the business. So just think about who you can get to consent to be added as a kvCORE lead. And then you just come in and you click quick actions, add contact, add them up, and then set up the alerts once they're in. I think everybody knows how to do that, right? So alert demo. So yeah, I have permission, add contact. And then once here, I can click on the alerts inside the contact record, and they agreed to get my $1 million homes. Cool. Once weekly is my frequency down here at the bottom. And then I'm just going to send every single family residential and condo priced at 1 million plus. And I've created myself a lead. Well, a lot of people say, well, that's not a lead. They don't want to buy or sell right now. That's true. I've created myself a prospect, or I've built my database. A lead, I guess technically would be somebody who's raising their hand and saying they want to buy or sell. So if you really want to get that, go that far, then, I would go to Google pay-per-click probably, or Zillow, or some more higher intent lead source. I'm just ranting, guys, because none of you guys are talking in the chat. So I'm just going off, but nobody's complaining. So hopefully there's some ideas in those hills for people who want. But it is funny. We all want to open our wallets and spend money on lead vendors. I do the same thing. I buy all kinds of stuff all the time for my businesses, right? But sometimes if you have the time, you could build a really good business for free. This guy, Jason Starbuck, I'll plug him a little bit. I just interviewed him. He reached out to me. I'm going to plug him. And I think actually, I don't mind. He has nothing to do with real estate at all. But he reached out to me, mufti30.com. He's launching a new product, and I was on his Facebook friends list, and it turned out that what Jason was doing was he was cold messaging people who he manually added on Facebook using a software at first, and he was just seeing who would bite. And his message to me went something like, hey, I'm launching a new program. Would you be willing to go through it? I'll give you a complimentary version of it. It's for entrepreneurs. And, if you leave, I'll hook you up with it. Basically was his whole thing. So he basically wants me to land right here on his sales page. Plugin thing. So I was like, sure. But I didn't know this guy at all. And so I just talked to him for a podcast I'm doing. And he's like, yeah, I don't spend money on ads for this. I'm not for this. I'm just building this business from scratch, cold messaging people on Facebook. And I know a lot of people do this on LinkedIn. So we all want to spend money and get the easy button, but really, it's just as easy to kind of add leads manually if you have more time than money. And you can be consistent. That's something we all struggle with. If I can wake up every day, at a set time, I have a current calendar at 10 a.m., reach out to 5 people on Facebook, ask them if I can send them alerts. If I do that every business day this year, probably going to do some deals out of that, right? So thanks, Celeste. Patricia's asking what upgrades are coming to kvCORE. So I have kind of surface knowledge of what's on the roadmap. I don't have hard timelines. I'm a little less involved in that side than I used to be, actually. But what I do know is kind of coming is an improved sales page functionality, sell page. So this page, there's going to be more to it, and it should convert better and get you more information about people who want to sell their homes. So I know that that's pretty close. They're also building a whole new kind of marketing center with templates and things like that. I have no idea how soon that is. And probably the biggest, most exciting thing that's coming, I thought it was really close. Maybe they're still testing. Maybe they ran into a snag, is the smart campaigns enhancement. So, and specifically, if we go into smart campaigns, this idea of inline editing. So if I'm on a smart campaign here, as we all know, I've got 15 steps to get something new added or edited here. That experience is going to be changed so that I can just come here, I can click edit and actually change the thing that's here like so, or create new content all without leaving this screen. So there you go, Patricia. Those are the big 3 things in my head. I'm sure they're always working on more. And I'll tell you what I'll do. We're kind of long overdue, but I'll ask somebody from product to hop on me on one of these sessions, one Wednesday maybe, and just we'll let everybody know we're going to do it. We'll just do a product update episode. Yeah, we haven't done that. We probably haven't done that since about December, so that's a really good point. We haven't done that all quarter. Yeah, cool. So I guess that's what I got for today, guys. Definitely do share this with other people at your office who you think would find these sessions useful. We do have our YouTube channel. It's insiderealestate.com/webinars. Takes you straight to this playlist, and I'll get this episode put here on the playlist. It is available on YouTube on our channel somewhere. All right, so we'll be back tomorrow at the same time, and thanks everybody for all the questions and engagement. Talk to you soon.